What's good? It's your boy DJ Fanatic at soundsforproducers.com. Welcome to this video. If you haven't subbed, please click that sub button. As you can see, we can use some subs, man. Definitely can use some. It's a kind of a new channel. Actually not even a year yet, but thank you for those that sub. And also click the bell as well so you're alerted to more new videos. And this video actually is for producers becoming financially free. And I'm kind of piggybacking off of what Illmind said on a Producergrind episode, just to kind of, I don't know, just talk about it and also like reiterate and give you kind of my spin on it. And also hopefully this advice helps you out because it's very important, you know, especially when you start getting some big money and big numbers. And you know, not all of us are financially literate or whatever, so I don't even know if I said it already, but yeah, click the sub button. Definitely appreciate it. And shout out to Dylan at Producergrind too, man. So anyway, I got the chance to meet him in Nashville at the MIDI Money team mastermind. So anyway, let's get on the topic here, because I get so sidetracked sometimes because I'm always thinking about stuff. So the first thing Illmind mentioned was about putting, let's say, you know, you start making some steady money with your music, you're selling beats online, you're selling kits or loops or whatever, such as myself. Check the website at the bottom. And also there's a free loop pack in there, and also there's in the link in the description there's a free month of BeatStars. Shout out to the whole BeatStars crew. But yeah, back on the topic. I told you I get sidetracked, man. But yeah, back to the topic. He was mentioning that whenever you're making money as a producer, you definitely want to take that money and put it right back into your business, your craft, whether it's ads or new sounds or marketing or whatever. It's things to learn as a marketer or whatever as a producer to better yourself as a business. But he did also mention that what was the first thing he mentioned? Oh, how can I forget? Pay off debt first. Pay off debt. And basically your credit cards, maybe some of you have student loans. I don't know. We all have debt somehow. Not everybody, but majority of us do that don't really have like a steady income with music or a large income coming from your day job or whatever. So basically eliminate debt first. Whatever you have on your credit card, focus on putting all the money on that and just eliminating it, because this is how you're setting yourself up to become financially free as a producer. And that works for anybody. And I was thinking, like, a book that I read was the Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey, and I read it a couple times, and that was his basically their steps to becoming financially free and super rich. And anybody can do it, and it's a really well written book. And he's funny because he's just straight to the point, and I like the comic factor of the book. But he says some awesome things in here, and I think Illmind probably read this book. And shout out to Illmind too, man. I noticed you liked one of my beats the other day. Much love, man. And thank you for all that you're doing for the community. So basically, eliminate debt first, right? And you also put money back into your business, your production business. And whatever way, there's tons of different things that you can invest in. Whatever brings you value as a business and as a producer, that's what you put the money back into. But he also mentioned something else that caught my ear after you do that. It was opening up an LLC. So after you paid off all your bills and whatnot, you're debt free, which would be wonderful. It's a great place to be, trust me. You want to open an LLC. So basically, so you can open a business checking account and a business savings account. Doing this, it gives you another tax ID basically a social security number, but it's a tax ID number as a business, as an entity. And there's different types of LLC is a type of, I think it's limited liability corporation. Don't get me wrong on that, but I think that's what it stands for. Basically, it's a type of corporation. I know there's S corporations. Don't get me to start saying craziness on this video, but there's different type of corporations, and usually it's LLC that, you know, a producer would go for. I'm sure it varies by state. So you might want to just look into that before you just jump on something and say, Fanatic said do this, and you get upset with me because I'm not a legal guy. So, and I think LegalZoom is an easy way to do it too, where you can get a corporation or whatever. So what that does is separates your personal ID, which is your social security number, and you have yourself, you know, your private life, you and your family, whatever, but it separates your business from you. You see what I'm saying? So that's very important, especially when you want to move forward with your career and get further in. So, and that's actually something I need to work on further. So anyway, and the other thing he was mentioning after you get that was investing. He was like, not investing, but taxes. So he said he actually is very conservative when it comes to taxes, because he said, you know, he had issues in the past where he messed up, right? So he was saying every dollar he makes, like basically every dollar, you know, you sell a beat for $19, sell a beat for $50. Basically every 30%, you only making 30% off of everything that you sell, basically. And I thought that was very conservative, but I see the point he's trying to make and a point he's making, because he's like, yo, 70% give it to the IRS of every dollar you make. You make $1, give them 70 cents, you keep 30. You see what I'm saying? So multiply that up to $1,000. You made $1,000 this month. You give IRS 700, you keep 300. So he's extremely conservative, and I heard the other way around, where you only give 30%. But what he's doing is making sure the IRS is paid, and that way, you know. And I think a certain tax bracket or whatever, you got to do it quarterly. So it's every 3 months you got to pay the IRS. You know, a percentage of your revenue as an entity. So basically he is making sure they got all the money that they need, but he's kind of overdoing it because he doesn't want to owe any money, and you know, you don't want any problems, trust me. So with the IRS, so basically he's getting a return for anything that he's paying over by the end of the year. So he's making sure that's taken care of, which is very, very important. And I had a great conversation with one of my mentors too about that. So yeah, and it's different when you start running a business, because everyone's used to getting a tax return. You know, well, it depends on how you file too. So anyway, I'm not a tax expert, just thought I'll reiterate what was said in the interview. And in a link in the description, I'll make sure I link that video in the description as well, because it was a really good interview, and I just wanted to touch on these subjects. So yeah, check out that book, The Total Money Makeover, by Dave Ramsey, and he goes over the steps on how to become financially free. I highly recommend it. It's a really good book, and you find out what step you're on, and he talks about being financially fit. It's a really good book, and I read so many financial books, but that one speaks to me, and hopefully it'll help you out. So what's the last thing he mentioned? Oh, it's a type of IRA. I think he said SEP IRA or something. Anyway, it's a like a retirement investment portfolio. And basically what that is, it's a container, an envelope that you put money in and you get a return. I think he mentioned 3%, but I don't know if that shifts with the market or if that's fixed. I don't even think there's any fixed investment percentages, but after you went through kind of these steps, you have no debt, you have your business going, you know what I'm saying? You got your checking and savings, you got your own business entity, your own corporation, and as you're getting a good cash flow and you have some money left over outside of your overhead and all that, you know, now you're investing into things that can bring you back return. And when you have like a steady return, 3% or higher, there's just tons of different ways you can invest. But what that is, you're letting money work for you instead of you working for money all the time. I know a lot of producers that watch this channel that also are on my Facebook page. And speaking of that, I started a new Facebook group on my Facebook page. On this Facebook page, Sounds for Producers, facebook.com/Sounds for Producers, or is it the other way around? I don't know. Anyway, just on Facebook, just type in Sounds for Producers and you'll see the new group there. So producers, jump on there, man. We're definitely going to listen to some beats and also touch on topics I think it'd be kind of cool to talk about in the producer community and just kick it, you know. But no crazy trolling, you know, no serious bashing, because we're going to be reviewing beats and anything like that. I got to kick you out of the group indefinitely. So it's a group to grow. It's a group to support, but also learn and network as well. So it's not a group to just like, yo, your beats are trash, bro. To say not feeling it or whatever, you know, if you're not feeling it, it's all good. I mean, because it's different for everybody. There's gonna be some stuff that I'm gonna hear and you see my face on camera, I'm like, I don't know, I didn't like how you did this, or I would have did this, or you might want to mix this better. See how that's constructive instead of that's trash. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, back to the topic. So with the investment, he's saying how like when you have a certain percentage, you're having money work for you. And a lot of people that go to work all the time, you're working for money. You're exchanging your time for work. I mean, for money, like 9 to 5. That's 8 hours out of your day. Some people work longer than that, 10, 11 hours. Then you get home, you're tired. You want to watch TV and then you veg out. You get up and do it all over again. So when you get to a point where, you know, you have extra money to invest, that's when money's working for you. In the video, he talked about putting $100,000 in and you get 3% return. You get $3,000 of free money that you didn't even do anything for, because just because your money's sitting in this place and it has a percentage of return, you got $3,000. So the next year, $103,000, you get another 3%. So now you get 3% on top of the free money that you made. That's when money starts working for you. It's really deep. And I was reading another book. It's from the Rich Dad Poor Dad series. I think it's called Financial IQ, I think. But he has a whole series of books and he talks about the different levels of wealth. So it's really powerful, man. So when you start getting at that point where money's working for you, you're doing something. And that way you don't have to work another day in your life. And that's true living to me. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of touch on those three things that Illmind said in the interview. And again, that I'm gonna put a link in the video so that way you can kind of fill out the whole thing and watch it yourself if you want. But yeah, being a producer and being financially free, period, is vital, because you don't want to always owe money or always working for somebody else. You want to get to the point where you can actually enjoy life. You know, trust me, that's it's an amazing place to be. So if you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and support the channel by subscribing. Definitely appreciate it. And put in the comments what you think. I know I stuttered over a bunch of stuff. I know I wasn't really clear. Hopefully I was clear. But you know, if you're feeling it, put something in the comments, let me know. And again, it's a new Facebook page group. It's a private group. You have to submit to be requests to be admitted to it. So check that out. We're gonna be listening to some beats live, and we're gonna have some fun, man. So anyway, did I say sub? Please click the sub button. I'm gonna go to sleep. Actually, I'm gonna eat, go to sleep, make a beat. Bars. Again, it's DJ Fanatic at soundsforproducers.com. I'll catch you at another video another day. Peace.